Okay, so in my last video, we talked about Call of the Wild, Chapter 1, Chapter 2, the introduction, and beginning of the rising action. I wanted to talk a little bit about Chapter 3, maybe a bit about Chapter 4. We're continuing with this rising action. We're seeing Buck continue to get in and win these fights, to take leadership, to take his place as he feels it among these other dogs, and be in charge. And we're seeing him shift a lot from the civilized dog to the wild dog. Remember, this book's main theme is Call of the Wild, as the title. And where is that balance for Buck between wild and civilized? We also see that reflected a lot with the humans. End of Chapter 3 and the beginning of Chapter 4, he switches who his drivers are, because he's not owned by the drivers, he's owned by the government, and they switch off teams. And so he's seeing how he's treated differently by different people, how the other dogs are treated, and this idea of laws of nature versus laws of man. What's inevitable in nature when you're out in the wilderness versus what's constructed by man. That's one of the major things going on in this book. Into Chapter 4, we're still in the rising action. We still see Buck in a leadership role, but again, he gets kind of another law presented to him of nature when the dog Dave, I believe it's Dave, he has some sort of internal injury and just can't keep up. And Dave just won't give up his position. He won't rest. And what happens with that. In Chapter 5, we're going to see this turning point. Now remember, the climax of a book, everybody thinks it's the climax in action. That's way over here. This is the climax in character. The turning point of this book is when Buck makes a discovery or reversal or both. So we're going to see some changes in Buck. We're going to see his character grow in some way or other that's going to make a difference. So look for that in Chapter 5. Thank you.